Hi folks, how we doing? I just thought I would nip on while I'm been working on this painting. This is a painting of Rannoch Moor in winter. I thought it was finished a while ago, but I kept looking at it and I kept looking at it and I kept, nah, I'm just not happy with this. So I brought it back out and I'm going to try and do some more. You're not actually seeing the right colour the way I'm seeing it. Okay, can you give me just a wee second? Must have got a wee bit brighter now. Yeah, it's try that. Yeah, that looks a bit better. You're still not seeing the colours, but it's a lot more colourful than it is. Okay, back to that again. Let's see. Whoa, what happened there? Don't know what's wrong with it. But anyway, as I was saying, I'd finished this a good few months back, what I thought was finished. And then I decided to have another look at it again, just to make sure, and I hated everything that I'd done. So I've changed the mountain, I've changed the sky. I'm now doing some work on this bit here. It was okay to begin with. Now it's what happens. You just you leave things sitting and they just grow and it just kind of annoys you for a while till you eventually pick up the paintbrush and get it back out and start working on it again. Basically what I'm trying to do here is this is too dark, so I'm just adding some more snow, frost back into the grasses, the reeds, just to kind of tone them down a wee bit. This is actually a 1/2 inch rosemary and Eclipse Coma brush. I bought 3 of them from Rosemary & Co. They're excellent for doing this sort of thing and doing hair in portraits. Really good dog hair for hair. I think they're in the website's in the description where I got these brushes. They're handmade. They're absolutely excellent brushes. Highly recommend them. Right, that's kind of getting there now, I think. Oh, I wish you could actually see the true colour of this painting. I mean, I'm hardly touching the canvas with this brush in order to try and get the, you know, the kind of comb effect, the grass effect. I'm really struggling with these. I think the paint is still wet. Yeah, it's still tacky. Don't know if I'll be able to do them today. What I done today was I was at the mountain. I done a bit to the sky. I'm now doing this, and that was when I decided to jump on and do some live streaming. You really need. I'm going to try. Excuse me. I'm going to try and fix the colour in this again, just to see if I can make it better. Right. Let's see if that helps. Kind of showing you more of the more contrasty actually. Maybe I have to have a look at that later. Or maybe it's just my computer screen, I don't know. It looks alright on my actual desktop computer, it's, but looking at it on the live feed on my laptop, it doesn't. It might just be the screen. Actually, it's it'll start to look better when I move around. So this, as I say, I'm using the comb brush, 1/2 inch rosemary comb brush, to get these kind of grassy effects, but they're also really good for doing pet hair, animal fur, hair on portraits. Right now I'm just trying to tone down this alizarin crimson colour. Too heavy. Right, that's looking better. Wipe off the brush here. I don't know if I'll be able to show you what I mean by a comb. Too bright. I don't know if you can actually see that on camera, the actual comb. Yeah, I don't think you can see it. It leaves basically it just looks like hair when you paint with it. Alizarin Crimson's really hard to cover, but it looks as if we're okay. But I'm quite happy with the sky now. I'm quite happy with the mountains. This bit here at the back I'm quite happy with. So I need to work on this part here. Here. You can't see the foreground down here because of the palette. I'll see if I can move it out the road for a second. Oh. Can you actually see that? Comes down, it's like the lake is coming in, and it's frozen over basically. It's a lovely picture, Rannoch Moor. This part here is actually blocked off in the photograph I'm working from, but you need a lead in to the mountains. So I've left this bit open so you can go in. That's the theory anyway. Whether it works or not is a different matter. These reeds here that you see are very sparse, but they need a base to them. So I need to add a wee base in here, and then add some more of them, and then there'll be some spread out all over. And then these big ones here on the right hand side. So you've got this part of the ice flowing in that takes you up, and you've got this part of the picture that brings you in and hopefully takes you up. So hopefully that's the idea anyway. But whether it works or not, doesn't, I don't know. The whole point of doing these paintings online is so hopefully we can build up a wee following. People can nip in, give me tips, tell me where I'm going wrong, how to mix colours. We can get all that together. That's the plan for the channel. So if you want to be part of that plan, you need to subscribe, hit the bell icon. There's that. When I go live, we can all get together and we can have a wee chat. Right, I need to add more white to this part here. Seems to be in the paint, there's a lot more white in here, so Basically what I'm using is titanium white mixed in with some liquid. Can you see that? Oh, you can just about see that one. It's a titanium white mixed with just a touch Payne's grey just to tone it down a wee bit, and some liquid. Basically, he's coming in and adding hopefully what looks like bits of snow. Too much. These bits here. If any of watched the painting that I done my grandson doing an ironing. It's called Nearly Done. I'm still kind of thinking about carpet. You just can go and have a quick look at it if you like. On some artist groups on Facebook, it has been suggested that I'll leave the carpet alone as it is, because if I do too much, it will take your focus away from the actual part that you're supposed to look at. My grandkid doing the ironing, I can understand what they're saying. So what I've done is basically I've left it, and I'll go back to it the same as I've done with this one. Go back to it just to have a look later on. Some sparks. What I'm doing here, what I'm thinking I'm doing is I've kind of zoomed in on the photograph on my tablet. My tablet's sitting down here with the photograph on it, and I keep looking at that, and I'm half closing my eyes because that's what I've heard that you're supposed to do. So I'm half closing my eyes and I'm looking basically for parts that should be more white with the snow. Don't like that wee bit there now. Better. Excuse me. And I'm basically just adding in titanium white with a spot, just a spot. Payne's grey to tone it down a wee bit, mixed with some liquid. Be a mound in this part here that I've obviously painted over. See? I'm glad I come back to it. And I kind of mound this part. It's a bit better one. I don't know if you can actually see that effect. Keep getting drawn back to this part here. I just kind of should be able to see that actually. I have to come back in here with some darts, I think. Now there should be a mount here. So I get a bigger brush. Kind of blue paint that's in this. I don't know if you know, but I've done a quick video on a product called Zest It, which absolutely is my new best friend. You use it instead of turps. It doesn't have the smell, it's got a nice orangey smell. It's supposed to be non-toxic. Yesterday I was using it, and then I went to make dinner and I accidentally left my jar open, and I went to my bed last night and never even knew. That's the difference. It didn't. There was no turps smell in my room. So if you haven't tried it, I would highly recommend that you try it. Really excellent stuff. Bit expensive. I mean, it's I think I paid £16 for 500ml, but you just let it settle. Decant it out into another jar. Use it again. It is a bit more expensive, but believe me, it is really worth it. Okay, this is just pure titanium white mixed with liquid. Basically what I'm trying to do is establish this part here is a kind of like a mound, a hill, of a bank of snow. Taking it out that way actually. So what I'm trying to do is make it whiter so that it stands out more. Definitely comes over like that. We'll just block that in just now, and then a bit, and then there's another bit here comes down. That kind of curves in and comes out here. Right. Okay. In the actual photograph, these reeds on the right hand side do actually kinda, you know, it's as if the wind has captured them and made them slanted, lying at an angle. It looks great in a photograph, but when I tried painting it yesterday, as you can see, it just threw me right off. So I'm going to attempt to paint over these again with white, so that I can come back in and paint them standing upright. It just doesn't look right. It doesn't. It kind of thrown me off. It doesn't look correct. So just kind of painting over them. With the liquid mixed in with the white, it's going to, and it'll be dry by tomorrow. Might even be dry by tonight, and I can maybe nip back on tonight and do another bit. You know, it's like you think a painting's finished, and then you bring it back out and you think, oh, I'll just add this wee bit, or I'll add that wee bit. You add this stuff in and it completely throws the painting, and you just don't know what you're doing. There's a brush in the way, I don't need to move it. Just can't see the easel. I think is there a picture? No. The easel that I'm using is homemade. It's about 7 feet tall, and it's got. I'll make a quick video on it, and I'll put it up. There is another artist on YouTube that I watch that made one, which gave me the idea for this one, and it absolutely suits my needs to a T. So I will do a quick video on it someday. Let you see it, and I'll reference you back to where I got the idea from. I used to sit while I painted. It was just like, you know, I was in my computer chair and I had an old easel that I'd purchased years ago, because I was moving back forward and I was bending. My back started to get sore, my stomach started to get sore, so I now stand up to paint. But I've thought of a way that I can build a desk and easel which is incorporated together, which will allow me to sit with the proper posture. Shouldn't be as bad. Okay, I just need to move my tablet for a second into that bit. And you just can't see where I'm painting just now. Basically all I'm doing is, you can see this part, I'm trying to cover up the mistakes I made with these reeds. Okay, move my tablet back. Right. I think I've got too much in this part. Try and add some texture to the snow. In all the right parts as well. It doesn't just look like a flat piece of white. Right here is kind of bluish, but here, okay, get some more liquid. This needs to be thinner paint, I think. And then try and add texture, roughly in the way the light was flowing. Come. Right, so, and then this part, I think this is these, like, you know, ice, supposed to represent ice sitting on top of running water kind of thing, as if the lake is still kind of partly defrosted. Do that part. Comes round. Like so. Part here. Oh, too much. Maybe not. Yeah, that's looking not too bad. Some more liquid, even thinner. Put my toe and add some ice into this part. Sorry, I mean, but when I'm kind of concentrating, I do go quiet. Sometimes I even talk to myself. And if anybody was to look in my window right now, they would actually think I was speaking to myself. They wouldn't know I was actually speaking to you. Okay, that's a lot better than it was. So what that's supposed to represent is that there's water flowing underneath, and this is, you know, a thin some thin ice over the top of it. Hopefully that's what it represents, and that's what it looks like. And here there is some other, you know, they're like ice crystals which is formed in the top. Actually seem to be running in the opposite direction. Bring them in. Yeah, it doesn't look right. Let's just try and put them back up into the right there. Okay, that's looking okay. Right, over in this part, there is obviously a highlight coming from the sky. Right, and there seems to be really bright parts. Comes up. Yeah. I just can't see. I wish I could show you the photograph. I can't because it's not mine. I got permission to paint it from a photographer. So rather than put his photograph up on YouTube, I can't really show you the actual photograph. I'm really happy that he gave me permission to use it, to paint it. Because as soon as I saw the image, I just fell in love. Fell in love with it, and the first thing I done was messaged the photographer and asked him if I could use it, and he very kindly gave me permission. Which I am extremely happy about. I just wish that I was a good enough painter, artist thing to do the image justice. There is a slight resemblance to the photograph, but the photograph looks much better. Seems to be line's not there. I don't know why I put that line in there. This line is. Starting to look good. There's some in here as well. I guess you could call this a kind of like a glaze. Basically what it is the titanium white, there's a touch Payne's grey in it, just a spot just to tone it down a wee bit. And I just keep mixing it with liquid. This is the liquid here. I mix it with liquid and it thins it down. I'm kinda what you would call would be glazing over the top, the underpainting here, or the painting that's underneath. What I'm trying to do is just show, you know, that there's ice, obviously, there's snow and ice, but there is actually a lake underneath. I think you can actually see that. Now that seems to come apart. Why didn't I see all of this a lot when I first done the painting? The way I'm looking at this, I've got it totally wrong. Comes right across there. I'm seeing things now that I just totally missed first time round. It's maybe a good thing that I'm actually noticing them now, because what I'm doing here is I'm just adding, you know, using my brush just to add bits of white, but not actually every stroke doesn't touch the previous stroke, if you know what I mean. And it's leaving, I don't know if you can see it, it's leaving the blue from underneath showing through. Which is actually quite good. An effect I've never done before, but it's looking okay. This comes along here. Goes out to there. What time is it? Nearly lunchtime. And another wee trick I've learned, I've mentioned it in previous videos, but another wee trick I've learned is, even I'm going to go for my lunch, or if I'm finished for today, but I know I'm going to be painting tomorrow, what I'll do is I'll wipe all the paint that I can off my brush. I've got window wipes. I'll then try and attempt to clean as much paint off it with a window wipe, and then I put it into baby oil and I just leave it sitting in baby oil. And when I come back, I just take it out, wipe it in some kitchen roll, and get straight back into painting. And the brushes stay nice and soft. It kind of sort of conditions the brush. And I can get straight back into painting. I think you can actually see it better now, the technique here that I was doing up here. So you grab some white paint and then come in and just, you know, kind of touch it. Okay. Don't know where to keep going. I think it'll be for lunch. A part here that seems to be whiter. Yes, I'm starting to feel a wee bit happier with it now. Feeling a bit better. Okay, I think it's lunchtime. So I'll nip off just now, and I might come back on later on. In fact, I probably will come back on later on. My wife's away visiting her mother, the dog, so I don't have the dog barking, so this is really basically kind of the best time to stream if I'm going to stream. Just keep seeing bits and I keep coming in and trying. Okay. Right, I think it's lunchtime. I think I'm going to go for lunch. So I'll nip off just now. And I should be back in about 30 minutes. So hopefully I'll see you then. Okay. Bye for now.